Hey guys, what's up? It is Adrian Cox here. Today I want to reflect on and share with you guys my humpback whale imagery and encounters. This one is a really special one for me as I was fortunate enough to visit Tonga in 2019 in September. Cheers to Scotty Wilson for hosting such a phenomenal trip. It really was the time of my life. You know, interacting with a 40-ton whale is an experience like no other. When we were coming back in off the boat, I was buzzing and yelling, and to be quite honest, I was really struggling to sleep at night after days like this on the water. So for me, when editing and looking and back on my images, the main priority for me is keeping the original image as authentic as possible. When editing underwater imagery, it's easy to get carried away by wanting to blast the blues and really try and make the image pop with colors. This is what I find myself trying to achieve, and I try to restrict myself from trying to do this. You know, the lens naturally picks up different colors underwater to what my eye was seeing in the moment. So, with that being said, the main areas I like to spend time in for these particular whale shots are the hues and saturations under calibration. You'll see that I really aim to bring the watercolors and tones back to their neutral setting by most of the time adjusting the primary greens and the primary blues. A really important feature as well is white balance. You'll notice a lot of these shots that I'm editing, white balance is the initial tool that I'm using before I jump into playing around with the greens and the blues and trying to bring the whole image back to a neutral setting. The whales really create a special emotional connection between human and animal, and therefore, when I'm editing, I like to edit based on emotions in the moment that I recall from the encounters. Sometimes I'll use dehaze and contrast editing tool to create a really dark and moody atmosphere. On some of these solo whale encounters, where you knew you were in an endless open ocean, just that feeling of floating out there with nothing else around you in the moment except for you and the whale, and you know you're looking eye to eye. And for these special mother and calf surface level moments where you could really feel the love and connection between the pair, I'll often bring back the image through exposure, highlights, and vibrance as well to create a really airy, light, and subtle image. I was really fortunate in Tonga. We had days of 40-meter plus visibility with no particles in the water and crystal blue conditions. So, in these images, the natural lighting and environment really created some special moments, which is the whales. It was just a matter of me being in the right time and place and holding down that trigger to turn a moment into a memory. The main focus for these images is the subject matter itself, being the humpback whale. This is a very large scale animal and very different to what I'm traditionally used to working with, which is green sea turtles, reef sharks, and a variety of fish. The whales have a lot of details that you can see come forth in the end result of the image. This being the details on the perpetual fins, the white in the underbelly side of the whale, there's finer lines and details in the face, the mouth, and the eyes. So there's a lot of textures and a lot of different details happening within the image. And that's why for me, I feel it's important when editing the image to keep things as authentic and as genuine as possible and not trying to overdo or not trying to add too much texture, saturation, or contrast to the end result of these pictures. If you ever get a chance to head over to Tonga and swim with these humpback whales, I could not recommend it more. It really is such a life-changing experience. Overall, I think the image really speaks for itself. If you have any questions with anything that you've seen in this video today, please feel free to drop a comment in the comments section below. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep up to date with future videos that I'm going to be releasing of a variety of different marine creatures. And if you want to reach out over social media, I've attached my Instagram, which is Adrian J. Cox. This is where I upload all my individual still photos of my adventures below the surface. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care.